Hey everybody, good to see you guys. Welcome to Minicamp. It's good to get started on our first official mandatory practice of the year, really the season. A lot of preparation has gone into this point. We put a lot of work in already, but this becomes our official beginning going forward for the 2023 season, and everybody's very excited to get started.
Hey man, we ready to go.
This is how the real ones come out right now.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
Let's get this money, baby!
I think with the mandatory mini camps, really your first view of all the off-season pieces coming together.
As we get to know them, as we get to know these guys, you'll know who's strong, who's getting in and out of breaks, and we can anticipate.
I think Todd Monken is going to be a huge addition. Just his ability to adapt to personnel.
How do we get guys in the right spots? How do we make sure that we're doing everything in our power and utilize what you have?
So posse, yeah.
Trying to do it against the best, where the margin for error is so small, it's the ultimate challenge.
If you decide this year
Hey, hurry!
to get all in and go for
Good
it,
route. Come on, come on!
it'll be the simplest,
Good job.
hardest,
Stay locked in!
and most rewarding football experience in your life.
Oh, we got it done. Move!
Just want to thank all you guys for coming. I mean, like, think about back to the old school, some of us older guys, you know, we remember back when this is kind of what you did, right, Coach? You had clinics about once a month or once every couple of weeks, and you go to different schools and get to know coaches and talk ball. Our dads were that way, right, Jesse? And my dad would have 15 secondary coaches in the night after a spring game. You know, he'd be there all night with. That to me, that's kind of lost now. So for you guys to pack up your bags, get on planes, come out here and do this, it is really awesome, and we really, really appreciate it.
If you don't have success, you actually can't have confidence, right? But here's the thing, if you don't have confidence, you can't have success.
Our philosophy on offense is an efficiency offense. Lots of different things. You can talk about a lot of metrics, okay? The things that matter to us are efficiency numbers.
We're going to use tempo to maximize opportunity for touches. If we can get 10 more plays, okay, that's 10 more opportunities to distribute touches. That's 10 more opportunities to get explosive plays.
It happens in the NFL, but it really happens in college. Like, we started to realize, guys, if we don't spit the ball in the perimeter, if we don't get our skill guys involved, we'll never be the team we can be.
Thanks for coming. We're here to introduce Todd Monken as the new offensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens. I think our fan base is going to be really excited with what we see from this offense going forward. I know I am. With no further ado, I'm going to introduce you our new offensive coordinator, Todd Monken.
We got a lot of work ahead of us. Obviously putting a plan together, building off of what's been really successful in the past, power run game, play action, and then trying to build off that. And so it's been exciting, and I know it's going to go fast, so we have a lot of work ahead of us.
I think Todd Monken is going to be a huge addition. You know, they played some really good offensive football here in recent years. It just felt like things had plateaued a little. And what Todd Monken has done best over his career and what made him such a impressive choice to be their offensive coordinator is just his ability to adapt to personnel. Todd Monken's been in charge of pass-heavy offenses. He's been in run-heavy offenses. He adapts to his personnel, and I think that's what's exciting for the Ravens.
How do we get guys in the right spots? How do we make sure that we're doing everything in our power to get this guy here and enough of those plays where we don't give it away? If we got this guy that can do this, if we got this guy that can do this, yeah, I'd love to have Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison. You never have to change. That's a rarity, man. How do you move guys around and get them in the right spots and utilize what you have, right? Don't worry about what you don't have. What do you have? What do you have? What can they do? What can we utilize their skill?
I love Coach Todd. He's full of energy. He always makes sure you got energy, making sure you're running from place to place. I love his energy. He brings energy every day to practice to keep the team going, to keep the offense going.
So the idea is what matches up together? How do you match up schemes that fit together in the run game and the pass game, and it all fits together?
Having a guy that's been so successful in the NFL and in the college ranks, the one thing I've noticed about him as a coach, though, he is a phenomenal teacher. And I think that's what you look for as an offensive coordinator, to be able to direct the players, to be able to learn the system and be able to execute it throughout the weeks.
Haven't always been a huge trick play guy, but I'll tell you this, the players like it, they like having fun. You got to have one. If it's about being explosive, 1 out of 3 may work, but if somehow you can pull an explosive and 4 or 5 times a year, 3 times a year you can get explosive, you've added to the list.
The perfect scenario for the Ravens is going to revolve around being balanced.
How much do you juggle between being balanced with
trying to be explosive.
I truly believe that you can't control the game if you can't run the football. You can't control the game. You don't have a toughness. Your helmet doesn't represent something. The ability to run the football, right? You have to be able to run it.
Everybody's excited about these new wide receiver additions. Nelson Aguilar looks really good. He's a guy not that many people are talking about. He looks good. You know what a healthy Odell Beckham brings. Zay Flowers is exciting. The Ravens still have the personnel to be a very good running football team, but I think the ability to do both is what makes them so excited about this offense and to try to find that balance.
Everybody ready to go? Welcome back. This is the beginning, man. This is where it all starts. It's already been kind of ramping up and warming up, and guys have been doing a great job up till now. What I've seen, the guys here have been on point. It's been fun. I'm sure the guys who haven't been here are on point and are ready to go. And now we start all together as a team for the first time, right? So let's do it. Let's keep it about football in this role.
Mandatory minicamp is the one time of the off-season calendar where the entire team is required to be here. So everybody comes back to the building, and it's just a real chance to see where the team sits before they get into training camp, the preseason, then, of course, the regular season. When you're installing a new offense, obviously new OC Todd Monken is at the helm. I mean, he sets the direction, he controls the big picture vision of what the offense is going to be. But when you get down to practices, the position coaches are in a lot of ways the ones who are more hands-on in terms of instructing what that offense will look like and making sure that everybody understands how to run the system that Monken wants.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Hey, let's be loud right here and ball out, right? What do you think, man? You got it? Hey, keep a good base as you move in the pocket. Hey, calm, poised. We're not rushing, they're rushing.
Hey, real quick. Wide and tap, like we talk about. Wide step, freeze and go. Explosive first step with the width, freeze and go. So explosive first step, width. Explosive first step, lift, width, end up in lane one. Eye socket to hip pocket. Stick them out photo. Get your arms right, talk to yourself. No Costco arms.
It's clear they want to be more up-tempo. Lamar Jackson certainly has more responsibility at the line of scrimmage. I mean, we've already seen that.
I like how you were thinking today, though, in terms of the protections.
This isn't about how they look early in training camp. This isn't about how they look in late August even. You know, they need to be ready to go once the regular season starts. I think everyone understands it's a work in progress, but they have the pieces to make it work.
Let's do it. Yes, that's what you want, Izzy? Too late, I already won. We was racing right there.
We got to be pissed off when we don't throw accurate balls every day. It should piss you off.
In college, I had 3 offensive coordinators and 3 OCs, so it's been a little challenging, more than college because it's way more simplistic. And then league is just more details and little stuff you got to pay attention to, but I've been learning it well so far.
Good job pulling them out of the break right there. As we get to know these guys, you'll know who's strong, who's getting in and out of breaks, so we can anticipate.
Hey, we talking posture again, then 45, energy lane. We want to see speed increase, energy lane to the ball. So posture, yeah. Right through there. Hey, it might not look like that, but we got goals, baby.
We got guys that have been here for years. We got guys that have been here for 1 year, going on their second year, like myself. You got rookies, and we're all learning this system together, right? So we're making mistakes together, and we're correcting those things. So, I think iron sharpens iron. We always say that, and I think when you truly put your best foot forward every day to learn and execute those things, it makes everybody better.
Oh, we got it done. Boom. Let's go, Snoop. I love it. Hey, way to work right there, man. Way to work. Did you go run right here?
Run.
It looked like Tyler made a run. So he needs to feed that and then pick it up.
I know he put the pass it out. That's why I didn't. I thought I was good.
Yeah. That's one of those flush rushes.
By the time I get to the back, look.
Right. No, it's all back.
Throughout the offseason, we've seen glimpses, little bits, little pieces of what this new Todd Monken offense is going to look like. But minicamp was the first opportunity to get everyone on the field, all the vets together, and get a real idea of what this offense will look like with Monken at the helm.
Y'all ever heard of Hank Aaron? He's back. Come on. Oh, I thought I got him. Oh, I thought I got him. Hey, all photo. Whenever you're dealing with a contested situation, fall in love with the ball. Your body gonna work by itself. Just fall in love with the ball. Oh. I'm about to get one. Nah, I'm going whatever the waist. Oh, golly.
For the first time since Lamar Jackson put on a helmet here with the Ravens in 2018, all eyes won't be on him at a Baltimore practice. Everyone's going to be looking at Odell Beckham Jr.
Like Lamar said, sky's the limit.
You love great players and great people and guys who love football. You know, and the one thing I've seen about Odell is he loves football. And the other thing that we like is guys who want to be here. And he's very excited to be here. He wants to be here. So that combination is good.
Odell Beckham Jr. brings star power. I mean, you can just feel it. You could feel it the first time that he walked in the building to sign his contract, and you could feel it the first time that he put on the jersey and went out there for a minicamp practice.
Odell is a legend to a lot of us, you know, what he did early in his career, and, you know, the past year when he was with the Rams and stuff like that. You know, Odell is him, one of those guys, so it means a lot.
Hey, let me get one out you. Let me get one out you. Let me get one out you. Ah, yeah, I like that type of stuff, man. I like that type of stuff. I like that type of stuff.
No, you do not.
Only from him. Only from him. I'm just telling you, it's different. It's different. No, I know. I know.
Highly decorated player without question, has been in all the big battles, you know, over the years. He's worked really hard to get himself back to this point.
I feel good. I don't have a number or a percentage. When you come back from being injured, there's always that little bit of fear that you have to get over.
Odell Beckham looks healthy. I think that's the most important part. That's what you wanted to see.
Good catch, Odell. Yes, sir.
Good route. Keep playing. Keep playing.
There's an aura about Odell Beckham, you know, and you can feel it when players are around him. And, you know, watching him kind of talk to different players on the sideline, him and Justin Tucker were engaged in a conversation. I think he's always been known as a good teammate throughout his career, and I think people are very happy to have him here.
On the field, he was just teaching me about breaks, getting in and out faster, being more efficient. He just bring a winning mentality and teach us how to work, show us how to get to the point where he got to win a Super Bowl.
Hey, family on two, family on two. 1, 2, family.
Best players I ever been around have been the best fixers. You got to be a quick fixer, because if you don't fix what you're working on, you're not going to get better. If you don't get better, you're not going to make the plays you want to make.
One.
Hey, watch out. Watch out. That's good. That's good. Oh, y'all saw it. Y'all hating on it. They hating on it. Haters, man.
What is our mission? Simple. Be the best team in the National Football League, and in order to do that, you've got to do what? Prove. We can talk all we want. We can say all we want. We can say we should have done this, should have done that. But, you know, you got to go win it, right? So that's the point. That's what we're here for.
So every jersey you've worn to this point in your sporting career, right across your heart, has said the team name. Whatever team you've been on. Here it says the Ravens. So I implore you to do something very simple. The same way we talked about the back of the jersey and everything you felt. Defend your team that way. Defend your coaches that way. Defend each other.
We don't need to talk about anything down the road, what's going to happen at the end. All we need to do is just sharpen our knives every single day right now. All right? Then when the time comes, we're going to see it. All right? Then we're going to be on to the next one, 1-0, one at a time. Okay? Let's not forget who we are and where we're going. Let's just get to work, one day at a time. Love one another, work hard together. Everybody up for that? Okay. We'll break up offense and defense. Let's go to work.
Media Day is a massive operation. Basically, this entire facility gets transformed into a media production house on that day. The crews start arriving here in this building around 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And the very first player to arrive to go through the entire Media Day circuit was Lamar Jackson. We're gathering content that we use internally over the course of the entire year, whether that's for TV shows, social media, the Ravens vision boards inside M&T Bank Stadium, And then there's a number of the national networks who are here. Fox, NBC, CBS. They're all here gathering material that they use for the year. So the players get in uniform, they go through a circuit of stations that takes about 2 hours to complete, photo sessions, video work, really cool stuff that happens on that day.
I walked in and I was like expecting like cameras, but I seen a huge setup with like smoke coming out, and I was like, yeah, I like this.
Oh man, I'm gonna go off a straight personality.
That's gotta be Marlon.
You basically have to get every player in uniform and through these stations, and it takes our PR staff a ton of coordination, our video staff, photographers, basically anybody that has any role in the content distribution and collection on that day is working around the clock to make sure that happens.
This is a setup for just not for ourselves, you know, to get pictures and all that stuff like that, but we do stuff to get the fans into it. Just being able the ability to come in there for media day, laugh, you know, giggle with the guys. That's the first day we kind of see everybody. It's a great opportunity.
Me? What?
Oh, that's good.
Just having fun with it, you know, smiling, you know, doing all those things, and just, you know, it really just gives you, it's like the first step of saying like, hey, football is really here.
Media Day, I think in a lot of ways, is kind of the Super Bowl for those of us who are on the production side of the business. I mean, this is one of the biggest days of the entire year on our calendar, because this really drives content, not just for that day, but for the course of the entire season. And it's truly an all hands on deck effort to pull off the machine that is Media Day.
If you decide this year to get all in and go for it, right? It'll be the simplest, hardest, and most rewarding football experience in your life.
When you look at the course of the OTAs, the mandatory minicamp, and you think of who made an impression, who looked really good, I think the top of the list would be David Ojabo.
Dog on 90, boy.
Yeah,
he like that.
With the 45th pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select David Ojabo.
Let's go!
He played sparingly last year. He had to work his way back from the torn Achilles, but he has been somebody that stood out throughout the entire offseason program. He looks completely healthy, and what really stands out to me is when you watch practice, he brings a ton of energy.
We've been getting after it, just literally making each other better, you know, going hard. Iron sharpens iron. We just make sure we focus on technique. You know, we're all good. You know, we're all in the NFL. We recognize that. So now it's just refining technique and pushing each other, you know, holding each other accountable.
The defense is going to be tasked with getting the offense ready for the season. You know, Mike McDonald is going to want to show Todd Monken a lot of looks. They're going to want to make sure Lamar Jackson is ready. And the defense has an opportunity to prepare for a season while going against Lamar Jackson every day. That's very valuable, and the same can be said on the other end. You know, Lamar Jackson gets to see one of the league's best defenses every day in practice.
And my vision for our team is I want us to play a style that nobody wants to fight. I want us to play like Ravens. We talk about here playing like a Raven. Something like Hart says, you know it when you see it, right? When we're watching it, we're watching tape on defense, we know what it looks like. That's it. You know, that's the standard.
The sky is the limit for this defense. Mike McDonald is now in his second year in the system. I think he's an incredibly smart coordinator. And it's no secret that defensive players in Baltimore expect this group to be one of the best in the league. That's the expectation around here. That's how it's been for a long time. And I absolutely think that in looking forward to this season, the Ravens have all the pieces to pull that off.
What is it to be great at something, or just to be great at life, you know? Greatness is a simple thing. Anybody can be great, but very few are. It is for those who understand. Greatness is an everyday choice.
The Ravens are a confident group. They have sky-high expectations.
It felt more than ever we put a roster together that should be able to compete for a Super Bowl. You pay the best quarterback in the league, you get Odell, you put all these pieces together. The talent is there, it's just putting it all together. So we all know windows open and they close very quickly. So let's not waste this opportunity because we got a really good opportunity in front of us.
Sky's the limit. We could be as good as we want to be, honestly. We got too much talent. We just got to come together, play for one another. I mean, to go to the Super Bowl, simple as that. That's a common goal.
Whatever you want comes when we hold that trophy up. So think about that as you train up this break.
Lamar Jackson has been talking about a Super Bowl since the minute the Ravens drafted him. That is something that is always on his mind. Ravens have so many guys on both sides of the ball who are hungry for that Lombardi, and that's what they're chasing this year.
We could write all the stories in the world, but it all comes down to what you do on the field during the season.
Now we got to go get good. I mean, how good are we? We're as good as we play. So the time is coming. Let's roll.
When you come back here, man, let's put all our energy, all our time into how can I win today. We're going to go day by day until we get there. Family on three, 1, 2, 3. Family.